Hey friends! Today I'm going to be reading a story to you called The Dot by Peter Reynolds. It's one of my favorite stories and it has a wonderful message behind it. We read this every year in art class and we use it to celebrate International Dot Day, which is the day of creativity. So sit back and relax, enjoy the story, turn on that creative brain, and let's get started. The Dot by Peter Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. "There!" Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold. I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the red. She discovered that she could make a purple dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many different colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist." "I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. And then she said, "Please, sign it." Dedicated to Mr. Matson, my 7th grade math teacher, who dared me to make my mark. The end. Boys and girls, I really hope you enjoyed The Dot. It's one of my favorite stories. For our art project today, I want you to grab something to color with, crayons, markers, colored pencils, watercolor paint, whatever you have on hand. and let's get ready to create. All right, boys and girls, for this lesson, there is no wrong way to do it. As long as you are making dots, you are following directions, and that's what makes me happy. So I'm going to be using all of these materials, my watercolor paints, crayons, and probably some Sharpie or some kind of marker just to create my dots. And I like the idea of starting in the middle and working my way out. I know in the story Vashti was showing us different ways to do dots. On the scene where, the art show scene, where to go? Right here, we can see a lot of different ways she created dots. I love this idea also. Dots without a dot, drawing inside of the dot, scribbling a little bit, a few different shades. It's up to you. Maybe look around and see inspiration around you, but have fun doing it. It's something we do every year, and I'm bummed we can't do it together in person, but please share your artwork with me. However you can get it to me, I'd love to see them. And I'm just gonna start. Thank you guys for celebrating International Dot Day with me and Vashti. I'll see you guys next week for another art lesson.